of building families. We have strength of building cities. We have strength of building cultures. We have strength of building up the human lives, and that is our words. Words that fills with life. Words that becomes lamp of our steps. Words that liberate from the bondage. Let me now dare to request our chief guest, Reverend Brother Paulus, to light up our paths with few gracious words. Brother, kindly address the gathering.
Respected brothers, sisters, teachers, parents, and my dear students, to all of you, Jai Hind. I would like, first of all, to congratulate the teachers, particularly for putting up this small program. Every bit of it I thought was educative for the students as well as for all those who are observing it. And as an educational institution, in spite of the COVID constraints, we have been able to, in a short period, with a few people, have been able to present this very significant program this morning to celebrate the 75th. This freedom began as a nation 75 years ago. It has been progressing with many aspects of our life during this last 75 years. But there is a lot more of freedom yet to be realized. There's a lot of people in India, or citizens of India, who do not have that freedom, who have not experienced the joy of the freedom because of various constraints that the society still is suffering from. The unity in diversity, which we talk about, which we present, which we value it, but it has not yet become a reality in our everyday life. So we all need to still to contribute. We still need to struggle towards realizing that vision of a united, a unity in diversity, a community or communion of Indians, whereas there will be no differences between the one and the other, which will, at least in terms of dignity, at least in terms of self-respect, at least in terms of daily sustenance. This, I think, we all have today the duty to look into it and see how we can contribute towards it, how we can continue to struggle to realize that. So that's one part of it that I wanted to mention about. When we sang the national anthem, one of the things that we may not be keeping in mind or in awareness is that our national anthem is a prayer to the Bhagyadata of Bharat, a prayer to keep us as one nation, being able to sing together with one voice in spite of our infinite diversity. If you analyze the stanzas of the national anthem, we find that it is a song that knits us together from north, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. So let's make that prayer really a prayer from our heart and allow that to happen and that India to become a reality in our lifetime. One more point that I want, when you are talking about Independence Day, many patriotic aspects of it has been already been presented. One thing again we normally don't emphasize or we focus on is that we are the only nation in the world that fought for our independence from a very big, or the world military power, with a weapon that was different. We used a weapon to fight against the might of the world, and that weapon was what we call Satya and Ahimsa, truth and non-violence, under the leadership of Gandhiji. When Gandhiji, through a course of half a century, developed that weapon, Satyagraha, in to be used as a force against the mightiest force of the world. And he succeeded in it. He succeeded in it, taking the nation also towards it. So we are the one nation that has achieved our liberation, our independence, through a spiritual force, which we call the truth and non-violence. It is therefore one of the foundational and the greatest of values that every Indian should cherish and nourish. And that's what that we should keep in mind. And when we are fighting against the many evils that is in our society, we need to become creative enough to use this weapon, this spiritual force that we already have as ours. It is there that we can become a Vishwaguru, that we can become a model and an example to the world, that we have something to offer. If our nation is not so violent today, in spite of its presence of so much what we call negative forces in it, it is one of the reasons is this. And therefore, let's also remember that to be able to use that, continue to develop it as an educational institution, being able to present to the world, to the country, something that is unique and substantial. Jai Hind.
A very warm good morning to the Honorable Chief Guest, respected Principal, teachers and my dear students. I, on behalf of this esteemed institution, feel honored and privileged to stand before you to propose the vote of thanks. I'm really very thankful to the concerned authority for giving me this opportunity. On the recollection of so many great favors and blessings, now I, with a high sense of gratitude, presume to offer my sincere thanks to the Almighty, the Creator and the Preserver. On behalf of the entire Montfort family, I would like to thank our Honorable Chief Guest for spending his precious time and sharing his thoughts with us. Thank you, sir. We feel fortunate enough to be assisted by our respected principal, Brother Jaypal Reddy and Brother John Paul, who have constantly supported and encouraged us. Thank you, brother. I would like to thank the organizing team, our teachers for guiding the students, staff members and volunteers who helped in making this program a success. I would like to thank the parents for the presence and helping us in carrying this memorable event. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the students for showing their keen interest and participating in this program to make this program a memorable moment. Thank you everyone. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
The program?
Let me then remove this.
How was the program?
Program was okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So, how was the program, sir?
It's very nice.
And brother, how was the program?
I congratulate all the teachers and organizing committee and all the staff members and students. It was really fantastic and very good and happy Independence Day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And always missing that you are making it up for me.